for how to file a new case in Judicialink. I'm going to log in. As soon as I log in, it'll bring me to the startup screen. On the startup screen, the first thing it lets me do is choose which attorney I'm filing on behalf of, if this user can file on behalf of multiple attorneys. Next, it allows me to choose new case or existing case. I'm going to choose a new case. At this point, there's a payment warning and a link to the court's fee schedule in case you have a question as to what you're going to be paying for this filing. Below this, there is a click here to change case bar. If you need to get out of this case, file a different new case or another existing case, you click on this to open it, you click on the same bar to close it. Next, there is a menu that allows me to choose or change which attorney I'm filing on behalf of, if I can file on behalf of multiple attorneys. Then a menu that allows me to choose which court I am filing in. In this case, I'm choosing the 4th District Provo. And then there's a menu for choosing which credit card you're filing on behalf of. If you have saved credit cards in your settings, they'll show up here. If not, it'll just allow you to choose to file a new credit card, which will show up in your review screen. Next, I need to enter the parties. In this case, it has preloaded plaintiff and defendant. Those are the default parties in your cases, but you can change them. You can change plaintiff to petitioner. You can change him back to a plaintiff, which I will in this case. I'm going to enter George Washington as the plaintiff. You'll notice this details button. It allows me to enter optional address and phone and other information for parties. And I close it by clicking the same button. For the defendant, I'm going to choose Abraham Lincoln. There's an add button here that allows you to add parties. I can add as many and remove as many as I want. Right now, I'm just going to add a corporate party, Honest Abe Inc., so that I can demonstrate that you always put the corporate name in the last name field. There's a button down here that's called Add Client. If you filed on behalf of a party before, you can just click on that party, and it'll add that party right in the next blank party slot. In this case, I'm going to remove him because I don't want him to be part of this lawsuit. Down here, there are next and previous buttons. You can use those to navigate the menus or use these menus up on the left and click on them. In this case, I'm going to click the next button, and it'll bring me to the AKA DBA screen. I want to add an alias on behalf of Abraham Lincoln. I want him to be also known as Honest Abe. I can enter details for Honest Abe if I want. I don't want to at this time. Now I'm going to once again click Next, and that'll bring me to the Attorneys menu. You'll notice that my filing attorney is automatically added, and he's automatically chosen to be representing George Washington. I can have him represent multiple parties if I want, and I can add attorneys as well if I want, and choose who they are representing. I don't really want to add one right now. I'm going to click Next. At this point, you enter documents. You choose the document type. Complaint is auto-loaded. When you change the document, it changes the name of the document in this field. I'm going to change it back to complaint and call this a complaint for quieting title. This is a free-form field. You can change it how you want. This is actually what shows up on the clerk interface for what the title of the document is. I'm going to choose a document for this. I'm going to choose this PDF file. I can add documents if I want to add a return of service. I do that here. It auto-populates the name, but I can change it if I want. I'm going to go ahead and choose this document for return of service. There is a Create Auto Pleadings button. I'll discuss that in another video. I'm going to click Next and go to the required details. It has me choose the case type. In this case, I'll choose a property damage case. There is a no jury demand. I can choose an amount at issue. I can choose the discovery tier, the name of the case title, and I can give it an internal case number. For the return of service, there are some required details. It requires me to enter a service date, so I'm going to say that Abraham Lincoln was served on November 1st by personal service. I'm going to click Next. This is the Review and Submit screen. You click this File Now button, and you're done.